There are growing fears of an all-out war in the Middle East. The death toll is climbing in Lebanon as Israel and Hezbollah exchange attacks across Israel's northern border. The latest attacks are prompting concerns of increased violence spreading across the region. The Israeli military claims to have hit more than 300 Hezbollah targets. Officials say the group has hidden weapons in residential buildings. Lebanese health officials say upwards of 270 people were killed and more than 1,000 injured in the strikes. It marks the single deadliest day of fighting in nearly 20 years. BBC News Middle East correspondent Lina Sinjab is in Beirut, Lebanon. She joins us for this. Thanks for being here. What is the situation in Beirut right now?
Well, it's a very tense situation. As you mentioned, today was the deadliest in the south. More than 300, locations were targeted. And just before I come on air, there was a targeted attack here in Beirut, in Dahye, in south of Beirut, in Hezbollah stronghold. The Israeli, officials are saying that they've targeted a Hezbollah figure, but we still don't know about the damage that this attack has caused to civilians, because these areas are condensed with civilian population. And exactly that's what happened today in the morning. Airstrikes that happened in the south, the deadliest since this war started, that it targeted towns and cities and villages where it's condensed with civilians. Women and children were killed, and thousands of people are on the flee again. Some of them have fled for the third time since this war started and have nowhere to go. There are people who are fleeing to other cities, and some are arriving in Beirut. This whole country is now on alert and on emergency, fearing for more escalation to come.
Hezbollah has vowed to continue launching rockets at Israel until a ceasefire is reached. Is there any other statements that we're getting from Hezbollah on whether they are going to ratchet up their retaliation?
Well, this is the statement that has been consistent by Hezbollah since the war started in Gaza, since last year. And they've been launching rockets from southern Lebanon on Israel as well. They have done this in a way that is calculated so that they, continue with their statement in support of the Palestinians, but also not to cause huge damage that will reach them to a point where, the whole country could be dragged into a full-fledged war. But that's different since last week. Since the attacks, the pager detonation that left at least 3,000 people injured and, dozens killed, and followed by a bombing in Dahye as well, killing top leaders of Hezbollah. And just now as well, today is the deadliest today, and another airstrike in Dahye. So all of this would leave Hezbollah under pressure to retaliate, to respond in a way that will, save their position. But at the same time, they are also under pressure internally from people in Lebanon, whether supporters of Hezbollah who've paid a high price since this war started, or by the ordinary Lebanese, that no one ever wants this country to be dragged into a full-fledged war.
That said, how concerning is this latest escalation, this sort of back and forth, for the broader situation in the region?
Well, this region has been going into this tension for a long time, but this recent war in Gaza have made regional and border countries are on edge. We've had, the Yemenis involved, the Iraqis involved, the Iranians threatening. We've had assassinations even in Iran happening. Of course, Syria is also in the calculation, where constant bombardment and airstrikes targeting also Hezbollah figures inside Syria. But Lebanon is the country that is more, fragile and more, at a hostile situation, given the proximity and of the border and the tension with the Israelis, and given that Hezbollah's stronghold is here in Lebanon. This is their fertile land, basically, for their commandments. But this is what is putting Lebanon on the brink of a war, and really the days to come, maybe the hours to come, will be decisive in the fate of this country.
Lina Sinjab, thank you.